I'm going to show you my exact content strategy for 2025, and this isn't going to be one of those videos like everyone else makes where they harp on for ages and you don't actually get anything from it. I'm going through my entire plan. Most importantly, how I'm going to turn 28 pieces of content into 137 across Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and email. But the beauty of it is I'm going to do it in less time and with less effort than I'm doing now, so I can keep growing our C2C program and help our clients continue to smash it as well. So here's the bird's eye view. It's a pretty beefy document, but let's start from the start. So as I mentioned, this is going to show you how I'm going to turn 28 pieces of content into 137 pieces every month, certainly for the first quarter, across email, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts too. So the content that I have to make each week will be like this, okay? One mindset or business post, one personal post, a client interview video, a screen share video, basically like this, a carousel, a deep dive video, and also something random. Got to keep a couple of gaps to be reactive. All right. So workload is minimal. It's 4 times 7. That's it. And the first thing I do when I start planning content is actually work out what I'm trying to get people to do and what I want from it. Okay. AKA setting my objectives. So these are pretty much in priority order. We want to book calls with the right people. We want inbound DMs from other people. If they're not quite ready to do either of those, then we want them to download our lead magnets. Failing that, just sign up to the newsletter. Failing that, we want engagement. And you have to consider all of these things when you're piecing together your content strategy, all right? Don't listen to these people that just tell you like focus on hashtags or trending reels or trending audio or whatever any of that nonsense is. Sorry, I'm getting old. So we've got the objectives in place, okay? We know exactly what we want to do. And we're not going to go into customer journeys here because that's quite in depth. But knowing the journey you're going to take people on is really, really important too. And once we have these things, we then want to look at content pillars. And as you can see on screen, I sort of divided my main pillars into 3, okay? Me and mine, so personal stuff, and my opinions and things like that. Mastery, aka what I think I'm good at. Hopefully I'm all right. And then mindset as well. And I think everyone should have these things in their content strategy at some point, at least as wide topics to discuss. All right, so we've got 3 massive pillars or buckets that I then break down into sub-pillars. So for the stuff about me, I talk about my hobbies, my journey, and my personal life. Okay, and then I split it down even further into different topics. So boxing, fitness, a gym, reading books, fashion, trainers. In my journey, successes, failures, tips, tricks, biz growth, plans. Personal life is family, restaurants, eating out, parties, friends. So you can see how one big idea or one big topic can be broken down, and if I'm ever struggling for content, I can come back to this straight away and literally close my eyes and point at a pillar or a topic, for example. Then we've got what I think I'm good at, so sales, marketing, business, and productivity. And underneath that sit things like planning and organization and structure and time management. And then marketing is social and content and strategy and etc, etc, etc. Then mindset, I talk a lot about clients or prospects or people in my target market who have false beliefs as to why they shouldn't work with us, or why what we do doesn't work, or why they're not good enough at what they do. So that might be they think they can't afford it, or they might compare themselves to other people, or compare themselves to me or the team, or it may be the fact that they're scared to put themselves out there for fear of being judged, or whatever it is. So talk a lot about habits and positivity. So there's a lot in there. And I don't want that to overwhelm anyone. If anything, it just gives us more options. So I can just pick whatever I want at any time and create content off the back of it. So super useful to have this in place before you go any further on in the strategy journey. Cool, so this is the big one, okay? Looks complex as hell, but give me a couple of minutes, I'll break it down for you. It will make sense, all right? So at the top here, we have 2 emails that go out every Monday and every Thursday. As of January, I will be turning my emails from Workaholics Weekly to Monday Momentum. So the plan for Monday Momentum is to have 4 sections, okay? One section will be a tip or a resource. One will be something related to mindset or business. One will be personal, and one will be a client interview, which will link out to a video on my website, okay? So let's take a look at what we're going to do with this one section of email. Well, first and foremost, if we follow the green line, it's going to go down into Wednesday's YouTube post, which is going to just be a picture posted on the YouTube community tab. That then also will feed into LinkedIn, and the same post will be posted on LinkedIn. Okay. Then we look at the personal section. Well, that comes over to Sunday and will be posted on the YouTube community tab again. And then we have the client interview, which is going to be posted directly as a long form piece on YouTube on the Mondays. All right. Then I'm going to continue making weekly deep dive videos, and I'm going to send them out as normal on a Thursday. Okay. They'll be 8 to 17 minutes long. But here's where the beauty comes into it. And I do have someone that helps me with my YouTube and does the editing for me. But this will allow us to create 12 short form videos. Okay. And that's brilliant. So every month I will do one video, which is 12 tips, 12 things I wish I knew, 12 tools, whatever it is. And we then split that into 12 different YouTube videos that, of course, feed YouTube Shorts, but then they feed Instagram and TikTok. Okay. And then they come up here and they're feeded out as a short. So after that, we may feed some of them to LinkedIn, but I don't really like putting shorts on LinkedIn too much. Okay. Moving on Saturday, I'll do a screen share video or release a screen share video just like this, something pretty simple. And then Sunday, as we mentioned, we've already covered. The only other thing is I will look at like how-to guides and tips and resources and turn them into carousels. The carousels will, of course, go onto Instagram and LinkedIn, but they will then feed into the newsletter as well. So you can see how powerful this is just from having a plan top down, working with the long form and then bringing it down into short form pieces. The best example is this, okay? Strategically engineering videos and creating scripts that can be split up into small, shorter form pieces, okay? And then they're scattered out everywhere. And it all comes down to timing. So hopefully this complex diagram actually isn't that complex, but I've actually made a simpler version as well, just so people have an idea. So looking at this, we have the channels down the side, and then we have the days of the week, okay? So on Monday, the Monday Momentum email will go out, and you'll see it'll be split across these 4 sections. So that will feed YouTube on 3 days of the week. The client interview that it feeds to YouTube will also get posted on LinkedIn as well. The mindset or biz post will also get posted on LinkedIn. Cool. Then we have nothing on Tuesday or Wednesday, but we are going to push out the deep dive video through email on the Thursday. And that will then be posted directly to YouTube, of course, but also uploaded to LinkedIn natively, and then a couple of shorts off the back of it on Instagram and TikTok. Then we have a couple of other shorts from it distributed across the week here on YouTube itself. And then on a Friday, no email, but one of those shorts comes in, and then we have a random post on LinkedIn and Instagram. Now that may be a carousel like we're going to do on Tuesdays. Alternatively, who knows, might be a poll, something like that. I don't have a clue. Well, we need to keep that reactive and have time in the diary. After that, screen share. So again, a video just like this, and then the personal post will feed all the other channels from the Monday Momentum email. Now on LinkedIn, I'm going to use that personal post with a CTA to join the email newsletter. Okay, so if you can imagine, this comes out here and forces people back in. Again, just trying to drive people into the ecosystem from all these different directions. And that, my pedigree chums, is my multi-channel content strategy for at least the start of 2024. If this type of activity overwhelms you and juggling loads of channels at once, all I want to say is this: don't worry, everyone has to start small. I've got people that help me out. My content gets scheduled and I've got an editor. So that really, really helps. To kickstart you though, if you want to take a look at some high performing, high converting LinkedIn posts that actually generate leads, and they generate us thousands and thousands of pounds each month too, you can click the link around this video somewhere and be able to download it. That's it for this video. Have a safe end to the year, have the best start to 2024, and I will catch you next week.